Hey, what's up, YouTube? I did a thing on aspartame earlier this week, and this guy told me to look it up on Wikipedia, and it says there's no proof that aspartame hurts anybody. So I was still thinking about the thing, and I said, well, I know I listened to Alex Jones along with 420KO, 420 or whatever, and I know KB Grokit does too, but if you type in alexjones/aspartame, this video comes up, and I'll just play a small clip. But once again, go into the Google search and type in alexjones/aspartame, and this video will pop up.
At a time
here, just listen to this for a second.
Attributed to more innovative scanning and diagnostic procedures, Roberts noticed a series of conflicting themes. First, adequate brain scanning devices were widely available for at least 10 years prior to this report. Second, there were simply more people affected with brain cancer. They had nothing to do with the change in the way they were diagnosed or a different way of classifying the disease.
It wasn't until the Diet Coke sweetener came in that these people started getting brain tumors.
Incidence of other forms of cancer outside the brain remained the same and, in some cases, declined. So why the vast increase in brain cancer and brain disorders
Diet Coke.
1984?
Diet Coke.
I'll refer to a published study by foremost neuroscientist Dr. John Olney. He suggests one likely candidate. In 1983, the U.S. population began ingesting significant quantities of a substance never before used for human consumption.
Told ya!
Artificial sweetener aspartame was quickly introduced to consumers. In 1984, 6,900,000 pounds of aspartame was consumed by Americans. This rate doubles by the next year and continues to climb into the 90s.
When it was fully marketed for pop and everything by July to August of 1983, 6 months later, by 1984, the brain tumor rate had already jumped 10% in the United States. The diabetes
anyways, just type in alexjones/aspartame, and it'll bring you to Google videos to this one right here.
The enormity of the problem is indicated by the fact that by 1988, in its own publication, 80% of complaints about food and additives that were volunteered to the FDA, and again, it didn't have to be submitted, had to deal with aspartame products. Over 80%.
80%, folks. This lady that's made this movie has MS from aspartame.
You see these people who say, well, you know, I take MSG or NutraSweet, it doesn't seem to bother me at all. They're more resistant to the obvious toxic effects, but they're still getting very subtle toxic effects that over many years is going to produce obvious disease in those persons.
Some persons can be exposed the first time and break up with a rash, have a terrible headache or something, presumably they've never been exposed to it before. But on the other hand, people who've taken it long term and exposing the body to large doses of the components of aspartame, then that's in the realm of toxicity.
And again, it's this variability in your sensitivity to toxins. Some people may notice very little, if anything. A majority of people will have one of a number of symptoms, because we know that the aspartame, because it is a poison that affects protein synthesis, because it affects how the synapse operates in the brain, and because it affects DNA, can affect numerous organs. So you can get a lot of different symptoms that seem unconnected. But in looking at the list of symptoms submitted to the FDA, most of them are neurological or in some way connected to the nervous system. So the nervous system seems to be one of the areas that's most affected. So we see people have difficulty thinking. They feel like they're walking around in a cloud or a fog.
It's a subchronic level. It's not like you go out and you drink a bottle of methanol and you have this acute reaction to it. What we're seeing over a period of time is this slow accumulation of toxins within the body.
All right, well, if you guys are still here, just type in Google alexjones/aspartame. or go to Google video or whatever, or you can just go to prisonplanet.com. If you want the truth, get a hold of that man right there. Alright guys, thanks for watching my small clip part 2 of aspartame. Thanks.